going on, I promise you. Bro, I ain't gonna call the police or nothing. But you gotta talk to me, alright? You can't do it like this. Let's just talk, bro. You wanna make some money? Let's talk about making some money. Alright? Alright? This ain't the life you wanna live, bro. Come talk to me. I'm putting mine down now. Come on in. Come talk to me, man.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video. We got a boy trying to break in a man's house, and the man spared his life, right? Fortunately, he spared his life, right? Because we don't need another brother gone, right? We do not need black on black crime, man. We constantly seeing black on black crime. But a lot of people are, giving some mixed emotions about it, right? But I will say a lot of people are saying, you know what, hey, we need to see more black men like this, right? We need more black men in our community like this. And I get it. Most definitely, I get it. And I agree. I agree 100%. But I don't want us to get into the habit of thinking that, you know what, hey, because it's a black kid that's trying to break into somebody's house or doing wrong, hey, we should spare him, right? It just doesn't work that way. Nobody's going to allow a person to break into the house and say, hey, you know what? Hey, yeah, let's just sit down and let's talk. Let's sit down and let's talk about this, man. We don't need to do this. Not everybody's going to do that, right? Not everybody's going to do that, and like I said, if a man, if a woman is stealing, right? Nobody agrees with that. Nobody agrees with stealing. My only thing is, if it's out of necessity, we can understand that. But once again, right, we're not living in a period where people can sit over here and just break into somebody's house and the owner say, hey, let's talk about this. It's just we don't live in that world, right? We don't live in that world. And what my only thing is, I just don't want us to, once again, I just don't want us to get too comfortable and feel like black men are obligated to spare somebody's life because that person is a black child. It doesn't work that way. Right, if you have enough sense to break into somebody's house, then you have enough sense to understand what risk you are taking. You have enough sense to understand what the consequences are if you do what you're about to do.
What's up, bro? Oh. Chill, man. You alright?
Alright.
It ain't gotta be like this, man.
Don't gotta be like this.
We can talk.
I just wanna go on by my way.
Hey, just chill for a minute. Just let me talk to you, alright? I'm gonna put mine down, you put yours down. Let's talk.
I just wanna go on by my way though.
Hey, everything gonna be alright, bro. All we gotta do is talk, alright? Hey, I done been there, dog. I done been on that side. All you gotta do is talk to me, dog. What's wrong, man? What's wrong?
A lot of things going on.
Alright, you gotta put that down though so we can talk. And let's talk about what you got going on. I promise you. Bro, I ain't gonna call the police or nothing. But you gotta talk to me, alright? You can't do it like this. Let's just talk, bro. You wanna make some money? Let's talk about making some money. Alright? Alright? This ain't the life you wanna live, bro. Come talk to me. I'm putting mine down now. Come on in. Come talk to me, man.
This is my brother, man.
Alright.
My little brother.
Let's talk about your little brother in the house, dog. Let's get from out here. Alright?
And you saw how the second he said, hey man, look, you want to make some money? Let's make some money. He just simply put it down. So it's obviously, it's more to it than just him simply just robbing just out of just because he wanted to rob. He's obviously robbing out of necessity. Hey, so he's saying this is his little brother, right? So he obviously has some obligations, right? He has some responsibilities. And once again, I get it, right? I get it. And I'm pretty sure anybody with compassion can understand that, hey, somebody like him, maybe, right? Because once again, he could just be saying that. But somebody like him, the situation that he's going through, hey, we can understand why you're trying to steal. But see, here's the thing, right? Once again, I don't want us to get into the habit of thinking that, black men are obligated to do this. Black men are not obligated to do this, right? We're bigging them ups, and that I am all for it. I am all for that. Let's big them up. But like I said, a lot of men aren't like that. A lot of people aren't going to sit over here and try to help you. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Let's put it that way, right? This is a prime example of the world does not owe you understanding. He says, hey, guess what? I just want to hear you. I just want to hear you out because I've been there. I've done that, right? So we can all understand that. We can all have some type of compassion towards that, right? But see, we're going to have to break this back down, right? It comes down to black women picking the right man, right? He's saying his little brother. Obviously, he's having to pick up the father role when it comes down to his little brother. What we are seeing a lot in the black community. The oldest child has to take care of the youngest children or child because what the father isn't around and the mother has to take care of him, right? Because she decided to not pick the right man. Y'all remember this movie, man, with Angela Bassett? It had Rick Fox. I think it was a Tyler Perry movie, right? Where a mother, this is just a prime example of what black women go through as single mothers, right? Who are in poverty, right? He's sitting over here, she's sitting over here. She got her youngest child. She, trying her hardest to feed her youngest child and trying her hardest to feed her oldest child, right? 2 kids, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, how many other kids with one black woman, right? Once again, oh, well, where's the baby father? The baby father ain't ish, ain't this, right? And once again, in the movie, the baby father ain't ish, right? Because he showed up once his son made it to the league, right?
Stop it. You ought to want to do the right thing and take care of your son.
You're right.
Why I gotta threaten you with child support to take care of him?
Damn, Brenda, do it. The boy probably ain't mine anyway.
We all have to understand she picked that type of man to have a child, to have children with. Kids fare better in 2-parent households. So why are we still sitting up here having this attitude, having this mentality of, hey, well, you know what? I can do it all by myself. I can do this. I can do that. I don't need no man. Women, y'all need a man, right? This is a prime example of why you would need a man in a boy's life.
It's not worth it.
Mama, you defending him? Look, if you ain't man enough to help us, I know how to make some things happen on my own. No.
Michael, where are you going?
The boy and the girl, they both need their fathers equally, right? One does not need it more than the other. They both need it. Because guess what? If the father isn't in a daughter's life, you're going to have a bunch of Megan Thee Stallions. You're going to have a bunch of Cardi B's. You're going to have a bunch of Glorrillas. You're going to have a bunch of hot city girls, right? You're going to have a bunch of those women. You're going to have a bunch of women, man, who feel like they're You're going to have a daughter who feel like she's sexually liberated, right? You're going to have a daughter who's going to get ran through, who's going to pick all the bad men and when she's young. And then once she gets 30, she's going to sit over here and say, well, yeah, I do got 5 kids, but I was just young and dumb, right? Because everybody used that excuse. Well, I was just young and dumb. You know what I mean? I get it. We all learn it. But dude, to be a guy, right? To be a hoe, right? To sit over here and sleep around with every single person and then try to sit over here and blame society or blame, somebody else, that's crazy, right? So once again, you got to pick better men. And picking better men and vetting your men, because the father isn't there. Older brother has to pick up the father role, right? All this young brother needed was some guidance. He just needed a father figure, right? He needed a father figure. Now, once again, I'm not big on men being stepfathers whatsoever, but at the end of the day, right? I will still say I will still say that even then, right? If it comes down to it, and hopefully it's in the best position, right? In a perfect world, if you have a single mother, I would love to see a man jump in there and say, hey man, let me take care of this. And the woman is allowing him to be a man. None of this half-ass stuff where, a woman want this man to be traditional on her terms and she want to be traditional on her. Man, stop that, right? In a perfect world, if the man and woman are on the same page, I wouldn't mind seeing a father. I wouldn't mind seeing a man being a stepfather to another woman's child, or at least 2 children. I'll leave it at that, 2 children, right? But I wouldn't see an issue with that as long as they're on the same page. If they're not on the same page, then you don't need to be wasting your time as a man, right? But like I said, women have to vet their men. You have to vet your men to avoid situations like this. Because once again, this kid, he lacked a father, right? He lacked a father. And let's just say in a situation that, hey, he grew up with his father, right? But right? And she vetted her man right. She picked the right father for her children. And let's just say, he I don't know, died when they were, I don't know, 5, 6, or 7 or 8, right? I'm telling you right now, he would have left a pretty good impression on the child to where the child wouldn't even have thought to go down this route. Unless if it just got that hard. But also at the same time, it's also who you hang around too. So I mean, it's a lot of factors in this. But at the end of the day, no man is obligated to spare anybody's life when they are in the wrong. Right? I shouldn't have to spare this young kid's life because, you know, hey, he is a young black guy, but he's about to break into my house and he got a pistol. No telling what that boy is trying to do. Right? So, you know, like I said, man, you know, that's just me though. That's just me. But at the end of the day, what the guy did was 1000% correct. I appreciate what he did. But because once again, we do need more men like that. But once again, no man is obligated to go down that route. Because at the end of the day, the first thing that comes to a man's mind is protecting. I need to protect my home. Nobody owes you an understanding. And to sit over here and think that, you know what, hey, you got a lot of kids who are going through what that child is going through. You got a lot of kids thinking they can just go up into somebody's house and no, you know, hey, nothing is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.